Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. This is the era of positionless basketball in the NBA. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said, "I don't have the 5 positions anymore. It's as simple as 3, either a ball handler, a wing, or a big. We've become more versatile as the years have gone on. And guys, teams are now looking for players who provide that kind of versatility." Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center. And for the Heat, Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Jones in at the 4. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Now here's Walker. It's good from the top of the key.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And the rejection by Tatum.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Free throw good, Adebayo. And Adebayo drops them both. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. Pass to Tatum. Here's Tice to the inside. Brown. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Nunn against Walker. Nunn, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And a wide open look for Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Walker's got 5.
Well, the catch and shoot is Kemba's game, right? He can play in pick and roll, or he can play off a teammate.
Butler attacking. And Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Walker the pass to Tatum. No good with the triple. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Nunn looking around. The kick outside to Butler. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, in this age of NBA analytics, we love layups and threes. Jimmy Butler, he'll give you both.
Outside, Walker to the paint. Here's Tatum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from three.
Here's Adebayo, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Count it.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Nunn has got the ball here for Miami. Trailing by 4. Pass to Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, with his power and explosiveness, when Butler gets inside, it's typically a bucket, a trip to the line, or sometimes worse, both.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
First free throw is good. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Well, go figure is right.
Well, you simply must respect the intelligence and all-around skill of Jimmy Butler. This guy has become elite on both ends of the floor, and he's done it by putting in the work.
Cantor finds Brown. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Here's Tatum. That shot off. Good work defensively by Crowder. Dragic taking his time here. Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
So much of that was the timing. Butler finishing, as you might expect from this guy.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Walker against Dragic. Walker goes in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And it's the Heat with the ball, trailing by 2. Dragic dishes to Butler. And they double up Butler. Stolen by Cantor. For the finish. And Cantor throws it down.
What a huge target in transition Enes Kanter can be. You love when he runs the floor.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Feeds to Butler. Puts the move on. He takes it up and lays it in. Butler's got 9.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Cantor kicks to Tatum. Cantor inside. He's against Olynyk. Cantor's shot is off.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Smart against Dragic. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot by Crowder, no good. The Celtics with the lead. Brown feeling it out a bit. Outside, Smart. Tatum against Crowder. 6 to shoot. Walker dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Outside Butler. From 18 feet away.
Well, to me, that's the wingspan of Jaylen Brown bothering shooters. This guy gets right in their space and throws them off balance.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Celtics lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Myers Leonard, Iguodala out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Dragic in at the guard position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. From deep three-point range, and it's Brown missing. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7", with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
Smart kicks to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Hayward. That one misses. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Miami. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
At the elbow, Williams. Down low to stop the run, and it's denied. And he recovers it. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Williams. For Miami, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Iguodala outside. And here's none. Rebound by Williams. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Boston also with the sub. Tice is checked in. Here's Wanamaker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 6. Adebayo against Tice. Boston again missing.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Now here's Iguodala. Back to Adebayo. Outside for Robinson. Over Hayward. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
This guy has great presence of mind. Gordon Hayward will take a pounding. He embraces a chance to get some free ones from the foul line.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
None with it. To the middle. Here's Adebayo.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Passes it to Wanamaker. Here's Tice. And he banks in the layup. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Miami trailer. Outside Robinson. Back to none. The pass to Hero. Now here's Adebayo. 8 points for him. Over Walker. And another basket for Miami.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Walker the pass to Cantor. The kick out to Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got 10.
How about the range from Kemba Walker? Boy, he's put in a lot of work to get better.
A minute 20 left in the first half. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Cantor, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, I love the attitude of Cantor. He is relentless on the offensive glass. How about that throw down?
Outside Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
So it's Boston now. The Heat getting the bucket. Cantor trying to free himself up. Out to the right wing. Here's Wanamaker. They shoot again. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Boston shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
One shot.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
Now Dragic. Here's Butler. Great D that time from Tatum.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics out in front, up 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
It's been a strong performance for them on the glass. They're hustling. More often than not, the first guy to get to the boards has been one of theirs. Now that's impressive. And that can make a big difference in a game like this.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
They didn't put everything they had to their defense, I'll say that. They allowed a shooting percentage of over 50%. That's a bad sign. Something they can't allow again in the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Walker. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Walker goes in, and Adebayo sends it back. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Butler. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, we all understand at this point how difficult it is to corral Jimmy Butler. There's more evidence right there. He draws the foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Now here's Walker. He's got 10, and there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Kicks it to Hayward. Releases from 15. Count that bucket. And the Celtics lead by 1.
This is one of Hayward's go-to shots. Phenomenal at getting the space he needs.
Pass to Butler. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
Yeah, easy call.
The Heat have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Hayward on the wing from deep. That one doesn't drop. And Miami the other way now. Adebayo down low. Guarded by Tatum. Robinson against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Jones from outside. And Boston with the rebound.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
Here's Tatum. It's on target from the high post. Tatum's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Leonard comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Iguodala in for Duncan Robinson. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. For the three. Connects from three-point range. Nunn's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Smart passes to Tatum. And here's Tice. Outside, Smart. Pass to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tice, no good. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Nunn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Smart.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Heat have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that free throw good from Nunn. The Heat making a switch here. Silva's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Wanamaker's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Wanamaker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Tatum. Leonard with the ball. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Nunn passes to Leonard. From 10 feet out, it's hauled in by Wanamaker. Celtics trail by 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
The pass to Iguodala. Got a piece of it. Makes it off the glass. Iguodala's got the lead back up to 5 now for Miami.
Well, you love that Andre Iguodala seems to relish an opportunity to have contact and have to finish anyway.
Wanamaker, offensive rebound. Williams in the post. And they convert at last on attempt number 3.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Marcus Smart. And it's the Heat with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Dragic gets the bucket.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Tatum. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
When we are talking about Jason Tatum, we're talking about a 6'11" wingspan. This is why he's so effective coming up with second chance points.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Shot clock at 6. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And Kanter throws it down.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Walker against Dragic. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out left to the wing. Walker. Offline.
Well, that's the dogged defense from Crowder. This guy's not going to back away from anybody.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 1. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Olynyk is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson, and it's Dragic in at the point. Outside, Walker to take the lead. No good that time. And the Heat going the other way now. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
The Heat making a switch here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Now, here's Walker. The dish to Tatum. Offensive rebound. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Celtics lead by 1. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Hero passes to Crowder. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Walker finds Williams, and Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. On defense, Miami. Hayward goes in, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Miami.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul him.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, this is a space you do not want to allow Gordon Hayward to get. He has been a lights-out free throw shooter his entire career.
Hayward hits them both. The Heat trail by 3. Hero passes to Crowder. 13 feet away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. A rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hayward kicks to Williams. Hayward passes to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 6 points for Williams.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
Pass to Crowder. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, make no mistake, Crowder has got great strength inside. The defense can get physical. It doesn't matter.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jones. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Hero. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And Smart subbed in for Brown. The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Walker the pass to Hayward. Passes to Tice. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Outside Butler. Hayward against Nunn. The shot misses, and it's Boston the other way.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Walker dishes to Hayward. And the pass to Tice. Clock at 6. Outside, Smart. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Nunn's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, Adebayo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Crowder. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Hayward kicks to Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
Kemba Walker loves the big moment. He never shies away. Beautifully done.
Butler against Hayward. Butler passes to Jones. Heat moving the ball around. Pass to Butler. Shoots. Misses off the right eye. Boston leading by 5. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
To me, Gordon Hayward has come so far in
his physical and mental toughness, and he refuses to be denied by physical defense. I love that.
Free throw good from Hayward. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Trailing here by 8. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. It's blocked, and he gets it back. And another shot, and the layup is good.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 6. 1:22 left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
In the corner, it's Hayward. And a miss there on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Robinson passes to Nunn. Back to Robinson. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Walker. Here's Nunn. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Walker in the post. Robinson on him. Walker dishes to Tatum. There's the triple. 6 to shoot. Walker's shot is off. Miami with the ball.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul. Big time bucket by Jimmy Butler. Boy, I'm not sure they've got an answer for him right now, Kev.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They lead by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
As a young man growing up in New York, Kemba Walker was part of a performance team. And this young man is a performer between the lines as a basketball player. There's a bit of improvisation there as well.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're down by 6. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Adebayo finds Butler. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
You have to stay in front of Jimmy Butler. This guy is capable of leaving you in the dust with his ability to handle the basketball.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
And so here is Miami. Robinson misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. From deep, Hill, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.